Okay, hello everybody. So I'm back. I just wanted to, get back to what I was saying before the video ended and continue with talking about the genesis of Tyler coming into my life and how I became a victim, a human trafficking targeted individual under the control of the Black Illuminati, which in this case is led by Tyler Perry. He is my owner. I call him my owner. He is my enslaver. And he is obviously the person who is responsible for um, holding me captive in this enslavement where my life is removed of its freedom to exist as an autonomous being and and how I became, in this how I became a victim of his. And I also want to note in every video that the crimes against me, in case you can't tell, are ongoing. So with the ongoing crimes against my humanity, I am in constant battle to try to get free. And my goal in communicating what is happening to me and what has happened to me is obviously to get legal intervention and justice for the crimes against my humanity. So, this is warfare. It is psychological warfare, it is civil warfare, it is spiritual warfare, and it is a continuation of my life being completely compromised and not having the normality of existing free from outside influence, outside touch, and outside violence. So they do use directed energy as a weapon to assault my physical body. This type of attack, which is technology facilitated, it's a continuation from what Tyler did in the very beginning, which was to groom me and condition me. And that's what I said this video was going to be about. So I'm going to back up and pause a little bit and get myself together and start from the very beginning. I'm sorry, this is awful. I did not put on, I still have on my night clothes. It looks like I'm fat. I'm not. Okay, so the very beginning, what happened was my boyfriend became my handler, and he gave Tyler access to me, physical access to me. So Tyler responded to my call, and he came to me in the flesh, and he came to me to groom me and to condition me for the assault that he was about to put my life under. So at one while I did believe that Tyler was going to, obviously he's exploiting me by having access to my life and stealing every aspect of my existence. But that is the mind control element of what it is that they do. Forcing technology over me 24/7 is an assault on my spiritual gifts, but it is designed for them to take my ability to function properly away and to dehumanize me and to destabilize me. But going back to the beginning, so the conditioning aspect of what Tyler did and the grooming. So I knew Tyler was present. I mean, the purpose of him doing this is because I am clairvoyant, and they're saying words right now, by the way. So I'm clairvoyant, I'm clairaudient, I'm clairsentient. I mean, it's all the clairs, right? But that's just my natural existence. So when he came into my life, I was very much aware of what was happening. So I immediately started reaching out for help, because what happened was he targeted me for stalking and also for an organized assault on my life. So my community changed, my interactions changed. People started becoming hostile and unprofessional and things of that nature. It was very much a production, street theatrics. So I was either getting unwanted attention, or I was being in some way, abused, or okay, I'll go into all that later, but I just want to kind of really stay focused on what Tyler did. So in the beginning, he came to me in person. Like I said, I was aware that Tyler was nearby. It was obvious that he was nearby. He was watching me. My community again changed in response to having Tyler Perry Studios or someone associated with Tyler Perry Studios and Oprah as well in watching me from a distance. So the first thing that happened was that Dennis started he started doing things to signal to Tyler when, like I said, I think I said in another video, to signal to Tyler when I was awake or when I got up. He would open the blinds a certain way. But what he was doing was, again, it was a signaling so that I could be communicated with in how he wanted to communicate with me. So the emotional grooming, this is how it started. So I knew he was speaking to me. So he would say to me, "I love you, Aisha." And I remember standing in the bedroom and I was folding clothes and the blinds were open. I had, adjusted them, and then Dennis would readjust them. So I knew he was signaling to Tyler. I mean, this was so obvious. Like I said, what do you call a psychic person? I mean, what do you think a psychic person is aware of? They're aware of everything that's happening around them, and they're also aware of the motives of people. That is one thing that is very obvious to a person who functions in their higher intuition and higher perception of things. So he said, "I love you." And I said, "I love you, I guess." And I knew it was Tyler speaking to me. So that was how he would became aware that I could hear him from a distance. So that made me a perfect candidate for this mind control intrusion, using technology as a weapon to steal my living existence and to assault my gifts and to put himself as an omnipresent figure in my living environment. So, and things really got bad. I mean, you guys who know a little bit about me know that things got really, really bad. I encourage you to go to my Facebook at Aisha Vance James and just flip through and start reading my post, and it will give you some very detailed background on this fight for my freedom. So, so that was one of the very first things. And then when Tyler, I knew, so Dennis, okay, and I know I'm skipping around. Dennis would do things on the nights that Tyler was going to come into the apartment where they would trade places. Dennis would leave and Tyler would come in. So Dennis would always offer to change the sheets on the nights that Tyler was going to come to me. So when he would come to me, he would, this time in particular where the sexual grooming and sexual abuse occurred, because, I went to bed with Dennis King and the person in my bed was Tyler Perry. So so that's what that is. I'm going to go ahead and pause here because I'm getting a little flustered, but I will be back to talk about this, I promise. So thank you so much for listening. And I know this is ending abruptly. You guys heard that. It is acorns falling or either being projectile on the tin patio covering. So I will be back, okay? Thank you for listening again, and I will be back to finish the story, I promise.